Please be seated. Your Excellency, the National Chairman of our great party, the All Progressive Congress, Africa's largest political party, Professor Natawe Goshwe Iwada, alongside members of the National Working Committee of our great party on his entourage. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Imo State, Edichire Ekomaru, PhD, members of the National Assembly, in our midst, distinguished senators and members of the House of Representatives, Honorable Minister of State for Industry, Senator John Owen Eno, Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Tunji Alausa, ably represented by Dr. Mrs. Olodo. Your Excellency, the former Governor of Imo State, Chief Ikedo Hakim, former Deputy Governor of Imo State, Sir Jude Abasu, Special Advisor, the Amiable President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Honorable Sunday Dare, Special Advisor on Communication, Southeast Coordinator of UNDP, Mrs. Chinwetalu Okosi, Secretary to the Government of Imo State, and members of Imo State Expanded Executive Council, Chief Cosmos Iwu, Honorable Commissioners, members and chairmen of boards of federal government and state governments, the CEO of USMAC, USNAC, and Global Innovation, Dojo, Mr. Chris Buri, the Director of Academic Programs, Sutai Center for Entrepreneurship and Technology, Berkeley, Professor David Law. Heirs and members of commissions, heirs of tertiary institutions here, graduates of the third cohort of Skill Up Imo, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Today, with a very great honor, we take another major step in our shared resolve to place Imo State at the forefront of 21st century digital economy. This event today that is bringing together two powerful moments. The first moment is to recognize the graduation of another batch of 10,000 young men and women who have completed the very rigorous training under the third cohort of Skill Up Imo. Second moment will be to formally launch my Imo app, a purpose-built digital platform that transforms the way citizens engage with government in Imo State. From the very beginning of this administration, we made it clear our dream to reconstruct, rehabilitate, and recover Imo State. And that it will not be mere physical construction of infrastructure. What will be more important is equipping our people, especially our young people, with the tools, the knowledge, and the assets they need to compete and thrive in a fast-changing world. It is in that spirit that we established the Ministry of Digital Economy and E-Government, the first of its kind in the country by any subnational government. And we rolled out Skill Up Imo, which between cohort 1 and cohort 2 has trained over 40,000 participants. In emerging and in-demand fields, from software engineering to artificial intelligence, from blockchain to cybersecurity, fintech, and digital marketing. We recovered and realized that the new economy in the world is the digital economy. Therefore, every effort must be made for Imo State to queue into the new global economy, which is the digital economy. The future of Imo State depends on our youth. You ignore your youth, you have ignored your tomorrow. You equip your youth, you've protected your tomorrow. So today we are very proud to have, in addition to the 40,000 young minds already in active businesses, another 10,000 more young Imolites, and another 320 civil servants of the director cadre in the Imo State Civil Service. That is joining the growing community of digital professionals. I must at this point give special thanks to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for the bold reforms he's been able to engineer in our national economy that have made the subnationals to access more revenues for people like us to be able to prosecute projects like this. We are not casually training people in Imo State. We are laying practical, durable, and forward-facing foundations for our people. We are building out the Imo Digital City, which will host Nigeria's first state-level artificial intelligence institute, a robotic and business process outsourcing hub, innovation laboratories, digital learning center, and a digital entrepreneurship center. These are physical assets under development designed to serve real needs of our people and unlock real value and potentials of our growing population. Let me, at this moment, thank the delegation of our partners, particularly from US MAC, Student Center of the University of California, UC Berkeley, who are not only here to participate in this event, but has continued to provide mentorship and supervision to our curriculum at Imo Digital City. I want, on behalf of the government and the Imo people, welcome them and thank them for believing in our story and being able to visit Nigeria, indeed Imo State, only to see that our story is the real story. Our goal, our objective is to build an Imo State where broadband is as critical as the road networks, and where the same ambition that drives our infrastructural renewal also shapes how we prepare our people. My Imo app, which we unveiled today, is a direct outcome of that vision. Built entirely by graduates of Skill Up Imo, my Imo app puts access, service, accountability in one place. It allows you, from wherever you are, to interface with your government without intermediaries, without delay, without confusion. Through the app, you can verify land records, process your documentation, pay your taxes, track applications, access public service updates, report emergencies, and get real-time responses. You can promote your businesses also, advertise your jobs, and stay informed on training or empowerment opportunities. The issue of land racketeering or claiming government land as your own, or going to bank to verify who is the owner of the land before loans are given, is over. All this can be done through your telephone, through your laptops, from wherever you are. Record keeping and data collection and storage is the beginning of every wisdom. And perhaps, most significantly, my Imo app was conceived, coded, and completed by our own people right here in Imo State. So let that sink in. This is what real investment in human capital looks like. Not just training for the sake of certificates. In Imo Digital City, we don't just train people for certificates, but training that leads to products, trainings that leads to innovation, to problem solving at every scale. So to you, my young men and women graduating today, you have made it clear that talent is not our problem. What you need and what we are building are the platforms, the tools, and the policies to ensure your skills finds full expression. Your success is not a side benefit of our digital policy. It is the point of it. It is not about story. It is seeing is also believing. I would therefore urge you to use what you have learned not only to create works for yourselves, but to become creators of work for other people. Be solution-minded, build with purpose. Think of your local environment, your local area, your community, your state, and ask yourself, what can technology make to happen in this environment? That is the origin of innovation. Challenge the environment. Make economy out of it. Make a living out of it. Become fishermen. Teach us how to fish. Don't give our people fish. You are not on your own alone. This administration under my watch remains firmly committed to supporting your growth through access, mentorship, finance, and infrastructure. Our partners from Federal Ministry of Communication to NIGDA to NCC, Microsoft, Cisco, UNDP, USMAC, and the University of California, Berkeley, for believing in what we are building in Imo State and for helping us to deliver it. We thank you. To Imo State civil servants who also will be receiving their work tools today, to the managers of the civil service, you have now seen the difference between the old order and the new digital world. I say congratulations. Let us learn the new ways of doing things. Let us change our people, change our environment. By so doing, we are only showing gratitude to Almighty God, the maker of heaven and earth. I want to end with this. The future is not a date on the calendar. It is a direction. And Imo State is moving firmly in that direction. Not by imitation, but by initiative. What we do with this moment will define our place in the emerging national and continental digital landscape. And with the caliber of young people graduating today and the tools we are deploying, I have no doubt that Imo is ready to lead. Surely, a new Imo is on the rise. And a glorious and prosperous future beckons. We will have an economy. Our young minds will be challenged and are ready to challenge the environment. And to this we say, to God be the glory. Thank you, and may God bless you.